Speaking of art, Mission Impossible dropped their new trailer, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. And y'all, let me just say this now. This is the trailer that they should have come out of the gates with, not whatever garbage that first trailer was.
I mean, it helps to have the sound on, right?
Seriously, that first trailer. What is it with Tom Cruise movies and their trailers having audio issues? The Mummy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's just great. Yeah, that first trailer had cool visuals, but there was some not connecting there. I saw some great fan edits of like people putting sound effects, and it just worked 1,000 times better. This trailer just gets me amped. If I remember correctly, I put this as my number one most anticipated movie of the year. But then again, like my top 3 or 4 could all kind of shuffle around depending on a variety of factors or the day. I think this trailer is significantly better. While not outright stating so, it kind of feels like they're kind of giving some story hints a little bit. I feel like the vibe that I got from this is there's like this new AI program, almost like a Minority Report, also starring Tom Cruise, that it seems like a Minority Report. Maybe I'm just misreading this. A Minority Report of this AI program can tell crimes or your life choices before you even make them, so things are predestined for you. And Mr. Tom Cruise, old school himself, probably doesn't believe in predestination. That's a whole other religious debate for another day. Ask your friends, they might know. I think this trailer is a lot better, and I'll be honest, as excited as I am for this franchise, the thing I'm most excited for is the villain in this. Let me Google the guy's name real quick. Mission Impossible no, not Part 2. Part 1, Dead Reckoning.
He's Part 2 already, yeah? Wow.
What is the guy's name? The new villain. Mission Impossible 7 cast. Yeah. Isai Morales? I can't remember. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, that works, sure.
He looks perfect. He looks like he's going to be a good fill-in for the, as opposed to the villain that we've had for 5 and 6. It looks like we're going to complete a new villain. I'm on board with this guy because while I don't always love Titans, I very much watch Titans because it's the only form of live-action Dick Grayson we've gotten for many years. This guy was Deathstroke in season 2 of Titans, and while the show is not written well, besides Manu Bennett on Arrow, he's probably one of the best Deathstrokes I've ever seen. He is a phenomenal actor. He was great in Titans and really elevated the lackluster material he was given. So I'm really excited to see what he does this time around. Like, seeing his Deathstroke, he's got a menace. I think the trailer, at least for me, maybe it's just because I'm so used to seeing specific cast members like Tom Cruise, like Rebecca Ferguson, like Simon Pegg's Benji. I'm more gravitated towards the characters that we haven't seen before, and I immediately start asking a whole bunch of questions, like Issa Morales' character or Pomp Clementieff, as apparently a hitman.
Dude, I did not know Palm was going to be in this movie, and now I'm super stoked. Like, I love her. She's great. Like, way to give her some more stuff to do. Absolutely. Oh, dude. Yeah, I am not the person to talk to when it comes to people being excited for Mission Impossible, at least before this trailer. This trailer looks like Daniel Craig's Bond movies and Keanu Reeves' John Wick movies had a baby. It looks so beautiful. Everybody is killing it in this trailer. It's very, very obvious that Tom Cruise is going to have some killer lines in this movie for once, which is like, okay, all right, Tom, I see you reaching into your bag of tricks even in your old age. It's interesting. And again, I have seen all the Mission Impossibles up to this point, but I don't necessarily remember, and maybe this is just concussion brain kicking in. I don't remember Tom Cruise's character being as like so attached to his team that he'd be like, no, the mission is not as important. Your life is not as important as the mission. Do you know what I mean? That
So
seems to be different this time around.
so he has always cared about his team. He always very much tries to keep his team alive. And here's why I think that is, and why I think it's expertly done. If you remember correctly, what happens in the first Mission Impossible, the very first mission that we see, everyone not named John Voight or Tom Cruise in that team dies. So I think
True.
from that first one, Ethan Hunt doesn't want any of his teammates to ever die again, so he focuses on their safety above everything else. So I
That's
think
fair.
this trailer and also this movie and part 8, since these are the last 2 Mission Impossible movies that they're doing, at least with Ethan Hunt as a character before he becomes the director of the IMF, mark my words, that's exactly what's going to happen here. I think they're going to try and complete the loop all of Final Destination stuff style of you end where you begin, of you bring back the theme of keep everyone in your team alive, make sure that they're safe because they are your family, keep everyone safe, and make sure what happened to you in the very, very first movie doesn't happen ever again. Ethan has always been a very interesting character of like not wanting to kill and always trying to find the other routes to take, like keep everyone safe, do the mission this specific way so that way there's no casualties. Also, I like that there's very, very subtle callbacks to the first one. Like I already mentioned, of the whole theme of trying to keep your team safe. You get Kittredge, who was one of the agents, the director of the IMF, I believe, in the first one. He comes all the way back for this, which we haven't seen Kittredge since that first one. I'm going, whoa, that's a nice callback there. But it's a blink and you'll miss it moment in the trailer, but I'm going, that was 100% intentional. There's like this shot over Tom Cruise's shoulder where he's in a sleeveless shirt and it's like a Dutch angle. I'm going, hey, that looks exactly like a shot from Mission Impossible 1, which had a whole bunch of Dutch angle shots because it's Brian De Palma. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try and go with some visual similarities of just like, I'm totally copying his style here. Also, that was short-haired Tom Cruise in that first Mission Impossible as well. It's always interesting to see Mission Impossible where Tom Cruise's hair is at that point in the movie. First one, short. Yeah. Second one, ridiculously long. Third, crew cut. Fourth, really long again. It's all over the place. It's like Ron's hair in Harry Potter.
Oh, that stuff was rough. And hearing like Daniel Radcliffe and Rupert talk about that, like they told us to grow it out, and then when we got there, they were like, not long enough. We're like, what in the world? This feels like kind of maybe it's my perception of the Mission Impossible movies, because I think for me, they've always I haven't paid that much attention to them, so they've always been like that. Just surface level spy thriller, not really doing much as far as like cinema intelligence, I guess is what I'm going to call it. Which now kind of thinking about it is not necessarily true or fair of me to say that of them. But it definitely seems like they're going farther than they have been before to have a very specific kind of visual language that they want to put forward, which is pretty exciting, honestly.